Welcome back to Alice Talks Football, and today's video is 5 players Manchester United should sign if they want to become Premier League champions again. So in this video I'm going to be looking at 5 realistic players that Manchester United should sign if they want to become Premier League champions again. I first started off this video by picking out 5 key positions and areas that Manchester United need to strengthen, as in a right winger, a CDM, a centre-back, a backup cam and a backup striker. So I'm going to be looking at 5 players in those positions in this video. Now I'm going to start off with the most obvious player on this list, and a player that I've talked about so much and why they're perfect for Manchester United and why they're fitting at Manchester United. I've made lots of videos on them, so make sure to go check them out if you want to find out more. So I keep it short and simple, but that is Jadon Sancho. I've talked about him a lot, why he's perfect for Manchester United, so I'm only going to briefly get into it. But Jadon Sancho is a right winger. He's young, he's quick, he's the perfect kind of player for Manchester United. He's the next up and coming big thing. He in the Bundesliga this season has like 15 goals and 16 assists in like 23 games or something. It's insane stats. You know, he outputs more than a goal contribution a game at like 20 years of age. He's only just turned 20. He's a right winger. We definitely need a right-sided winger. I love Dan James. I love Greenwood, but we haven't had a proper right winger since Nani. And like in the last season, Manchester United had 31% of their attacks down the right-hand side. That's the lowest in the league. It means we mostly go down the left, so we're a little bit more predictable. But if you have a world-class right winger like Jadon Sancho on, it means we can switch up more. Jadon Sancho would fit Gunnar Solskjaer's system because he's fast, he fits the counter-attacking style of play. But one thing Jadon Sancho has that a lot of our attackers lack is player intelligence. Now, I love Dan James. He was amazing in the Manchester derby. But once or twice, Dan James got into this position where he could have squared it to Bruno Fernandes for it to happen, but instead he went for the shot. And, you know, we didn't score. Whilst Jadon Sancho, obviously, you know, he's got 16 assists to his name this season. He's the type of player that would look up, see that Fernandes there, and pass it to Bruno Fernandes for a tap-in rather than going for the shot. Because Jadon Sancho loves an assist just as much as a goal. So that's just a quick brief one on Jadon Sancho. If you want to find out more about Jadon Sancho, I've done videos about 5 things that will happen if Jadon Sancho comes to Manchester United. Make sure to go check that out after this video. And also how Jadon Sancho would fit in at Manchester United. Now, the next player on this list is a player that hasn't really been linked to Manchester United, but I thought would probably be linked more, and that is Martin Odegard. Remember that kid that everyone was talking about back in like 2016, meant to be the next big thing, went to Real Madrid, and then he kind of went off the radar. I remember in like FIFA 16, he was the guy you bring in your squad, you know, the guy with the big potential. And obviously last season he had a really good season in the Eredivisie. And this season he's been playing for Real Sociedad, and Real Sociedad are 4th, and he's been a big part of that. Martin Odegard feels like he's been around for a lot, but he's still only 21 years of age. This is his second sort of season playing regular football for Real Sociedad. He's been a big part. I think he's played 21 games this season, and he has 4 goals and 6 assists, so he's averaging just under a goal contribution a game from midfield. Grealish, who's 3 years old in the Premier League, averages a goal contribution every other game from midfield. So obviously Grealish has like 13 goal contributions in 26 games, while Ødegaard has 10 goal contributions in 21 games. So him and Grealish are at a similar level in terms of goal contributions per game. Grealish is a little bit higher, but then Grealish is 3 years older. And I was going to think about putting Jack Grealish in this video, but I just think we talked about Jack Grealish a lot, and it's just, I wanted to go out of the box, and I just looked into Martin Odegard, and I actually kind of like the idea of Martin Odegard more than Jack Grealish. Now, Jack Grealish is a captain. He'd probably have a quicker impact, a more influential impact to start with, but long term I actually think Ødegaard would be better than Jack Grealish. And because I was looking at Ødegaard play, and Ødegaard is a passer. Literally go on YouTube and type in Ødegaard passing. He's like a master of passing. He's like Pogba-esque. Like, he plays in some interesting balls. And obviously Manchester United this season have struggled most when teams sit back deep, and you know, we struggle to break down teams. Bruno Fernandes has changed that a bit. And obviously Jack Grealish is a creative player, but in terms of creativity, Martin Odegard outshines Jack Grealish in terms of creativity. Honestly, like, after this video, look at Martin Odegaard's passing on YouTube. He's kind of Paul Pogba-esque. He has a really good passing ability, and in Martin Odegaard's strength is passing ability, breaking down teams. And in a counter-attacking system, when you can pass it over the attack and you've got players like Rashford, Martial and James running in behind, that would be so deadly. And, you know, he's only 21, he's only going to get better. And considering we struggle to break down teams, Martin Odegard would be brilliant. Yes, I know we have Bruno Fernandes in the camera, but if Bruno gets injured, it goes to Lingard and Pereira that aren't really known for their passing abilities. Whereas if we have Ødegaard to rotate with Bruno, or even play with Bruno Fernandes, you know, we have a master passer, a player that can break down teams. So if Bruno Fernandes gets injured, we aren't screwed again. Because obviously before Bruno came, if the team sat back deep against us, we'd really struggle. The third player on this list is a player that has been recently linked to Manchester United, in Ibrahima. Now, he's a 21-year-old centre-back from Leipzig, and he's probably one of the most experienced 21-year-old centre-backs out there. He's going to be one of the big next things. He's got a release clause, so we can pick him up for a relatively decent price of around 50 to 60 million pounds. meaning he's a cheaper and younger alternative to Koulibaly. Now Koulibaly, world class, better than Upamecano now, but I've gone with Upamecano because I think he'd be a great partnership for Maguire, and he's young and I think he's more affordable, because Maguire's quite a slow centre-back and he plays alongside Lindelof, and sometimes Lindelof and Maguire get exposed by fast attackers because they can't catch them up. And, you know, they're both slow, so together, you know, we do get caught out a little bit. But if we put, like, a more fast centre-back next to Maguire, like Eric Bailly when he's fit, Tuanzebe, Upamecano, it just is better, because if you can't really work off two slow centre-backs, because you're quite vulnerable if they get in behind, whereas Upamecano has the pace to sort of play alongside Maguire. But also, for RB Leipzig, Upamecano has been part of a high-line system, playing out the back as well for seasons. He has a bit of experience in that. And Maguire, he's very good at playing out from the back, dribbling the ball up. You know, we play our centre-backs at quite a high line for a very defensive team, and Upamecano, he's used to that, he fits in that system, he's a good ball-playing centre-back, and I think he'd work really well alongside Harry Maguire. Not to mention that Upamecano's got a really good physical presence. He's only 21, he's really experienced for a 21-year-old. Arsenal want him, so we could just banter Arsenal if we got him, and I think he'd work really well alongside Harry Maguire. You know, we've got the experience in Harry Maguire, and then we've got the pacey kind of fresh new legs coming through next to Maguire, so Maguire can sort of like help him fit into the team, kind of like Ødegaard. If he has Bruno Fernandes like as his mentor, Ødegaard could like develop into a really good player alongside Bruno Fernandes, and you know, Upamecano could develop into a really good player alongside Harry Maguire. And I just think we need a pacey centre-back to go alongside Harry Maguire, because I feel like I like Lindelof. You know what, like a lot of people don't like Lindelof. I do like Lindelof. I think Lindelof's done a great job, but I think he's a little bit slow, and I think we need someone a little bit more pace to go alongside Harry Maguire. And Upamecano, he's young, he's pacey, he's very experienced for his age. He can play the ball out from the back, he can play a high line, he's done it all for RB Leipzig. And, you know, we could pick him up for quite cheap this summer. I don't think we're going to go for a centre-back this summer. I think midfield and attack is our priority, but he would definitely be an option. So for the last 2 seasons, Manchester United have needed a CDM. I don't know why we haven't got a CDM last summer. Surely we're going to get one this summer, but we're not really being linked to them. We let Fellaini go, we let Herrera go, Matic is aging, Pogba might go, and we haven't brought in a CDM in the last 2 years. Our only out-and-out CDM in the team is technically McTominay and Matic. Matic has probably got a season left in him. So CDM options that stood out to me: Zakaria and Ndidi, Partey, Ruben Neves and Zakaria. They're kind of quite good ball playing CDMs. They can split a defence with a pass, get the attackers in behind. That would work really well in the 4-2-3-1 system, where, you know, we have 2 CDMs and it's all about getting the attackers in behind, breaking them down. But Manchester United played best under Ole in the 4-3-3 system with 1 holding CDM. When Ole first joined, it was like Matic, Herrera, Pogba. Now, to have 1 holding CDM, we need more of a tackler CDM than a ball-playing engine CDM. And we don't really have a tackler CDM. We have like Matic and Herrera, but we don't, like, Fred is more of an engine, you know, McTominay's more of a ball player. We don't have a tackler CDM. So the tackler CDMs out there are Ndidi and Thomas Partey. For me, Ndidi is cheaper, and he's got the 2nd most tackles in the league this season. Ndidi, when he played for Leicester, is their most important player. When Ndidi got injured, Leicester crumbled. Leicester had a 75% win rate with Wilfred Ndidi in the team, which turned into a 25% with Wilfred Ndidi not in the team. Wilfred Ndidi is a tackler CDM, meaning that Manchester United could play with 1 lone CDM again and have Bruno and Pogba playing ahead of him, meaning we could play more attacking, more freestyle, more free-playing version of football, a more exciting way of football, because we only needed Ndidi to cover the defence rather than 2 CDMs, because he's a straight-up tackler, which gives Pogba and Bruno Fernandes more attacking freedom, which means we can be a bit more creative, we don't sit back as much, and we can play a more exciting attacking football, which Gunnar Solskjaer played when he first came in and managed Manchester United. I like Ndidi. He's 23, he's young, he's quick, he's Premier League proven. He'd be a perfect signing, and with the financial difficulties coming in with the current pandemic, maybe Leicester would actually sell a player for a reasonable price, because we know Leicester. So you could say Ndidi's a little unrealistic. I think Manchester United would love Ndidi, but I feel like Leicester would charge a fortune for him because he's such a crucial player to them, and I think they know that. I think Ndidi is the best CDM under the age of 24 in the world, in my opinion. I just think he's amazing, and I'd love to see Wilfred Ndidi at Manchester United. The 5th and final player on this list is a striker. Now, to be a striker at Manchester United, you need to be quick, because we play a counter-attacking style of football. So that's why I'm not looking at Harry Kane and people. The 3 quick young strikers that come to my head are Osimhen, Werner and Donny Marlon. Now, all good strikers. Werner's obviously the most well-known, the most experienced out of them. I think Werner's got like 16 goals this season and 9 assists, which is pretty crazy. And he's only 24, and Werner actually would cost us around 60 to 70 million, which is a really good price considering Harry Kane would be 200 million pounds. So I've gone with Timo Werner. He's 24, he's quick, he suits Ole's counter-attacking style of play. I think he would probably, the only problem is he'd probably put Martial on the bench. I do like Martial, but one, he can play across the front three, which suits Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's style of play because he wants flexible attackers. He's quick, he's really good at getting in behind, he's a finisher, he can score, he can assist, he can do everything. He's the best young, upcoming, fast striker like in the world right now. He'd be a reasonable price. And if we could get Werner, I'd be really happy. If not, I'd look at Osimhen and Donny Marlon. But I think with Werner, he's got like 25 goal contributions in the Bundesliga this season in like 28 games, which is pretty insane, especially because he's only 24 and he just scores, he assists, he can play across the front three, he's fast, he suits the counter-attacking style of play, he could form a good front three with like Sancho or like Martial or Rashford or James. He would suit Ole's style of play, and I think we do need depth in the striker area, so I've gone with Timo Werner. Let me know your thoughts on my 5 players down below in the comment section down below. So who would you bring to Manchester United? Is there anyone that you would change? What do you disagree with? Is there a player that you wouldn't want to bring to Manchester United, that included? Let me know in the comment section down below as I read and reply to most of my comments. Hit that like button if you have not already. Subscribe down below to Alice Talks Football if you have not already, as it means a lot and you don't miss daily Manchester United related content from me. Thank you for watching. See you next time.